Lesson number 1, learn from your L's. Learn from your failures. People always talk about the wins in life. People always talk about the things that they do that are very successful. People always are talking about the wins. But what I've learned from studying success these past year or so is people who are successful learn from the failures and actually run to the failures very fast, because if you run to failures very fast, you can learn from that and then apply that knowledge and then get better on your next attempt. I read the book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. And in that book, he talked about the story of Honda and how he embraced his failures by, when he first started developing the pistons for the car, he was turned away and said that his idea wouldn't work. But did Mr. Honda let that deter him? No. He took that as an opportunity to learn from it. And what he did was he went and he educated himself. He learned about the engineering. He learned about the concept of not just the design, but how the pistons actually work. And then he continued to work on his craft. And he eventually came with a new model, and it was eventually accepted. And he took that and eventually made the brand, which we know now as Honda, one of the most influential brands in the world. This is not a good angle. This is a better angle. So basically what I'm trying to say is people who are successful learn from their failures. They don't let that deter them. They continue to thrive no matter the circumstances that they're in. Another thing that people who are successful do, they are active. They usually try to take care of themselves, take care of their bodies. I have been faltering in that. I have not been working out like I have been, but I've been having to prioritize my time. So that's where we're at right now. You can't have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs. That's what a lot of people say. So I'm just going to continue focusing on what I can, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Lesson number 2, invest, invest, invest. Invest in things that uplift you, that add value to your life. If that's skills, spending the money to get coaching, to get development, to make yourself more valuable to the market, or that includes as well investing in people who are in places that you want to be in, or have the mindset that you aspire to have, and that is on a trajectory of where you want to go. Surround yourself with positive people who have the mentality that you want, and you, by proxy of that, will be heading in the direction that you want to go. That's another thing that I've noticed that a lot of successful people do. And also conversely to that, people who are very successful remove themselves from people who are not engaging in the behaviors that they want to be a part of. They remove themselves from people who are toxic, people who are not motivated, people whose lives they do not want to replicate. So that's a lesson that we all could take. You are your greatest asset, so make sure that you're putting money into your self-development. If you don't have the money, check out YouTube. There's a lot of great resources there. And then lastly, when it comes to investing, you need to invest in other people. You need to invest in networking. You need to invest in building relationships with people, the movers and shakers in your community who are doing big things and are on the track to doing big things.
And the final lesson is value your time. Time is very important. I've been listening to a book by Oliver Burkeman that's called 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals. And the reason why that book is significant is it talks about time in a way that blew my mind. The overall concept is this: every human being, if you live a full life, you live to about the average age, which is 80, give or take a couple of years, you have 4,000 weeks to live. Let that sit in. 4,000 weeks to live. And when you think about that, this is not supposed to be morbid. It's supposed to help you understand the concept that life is very precious. and that we need to make sure that we are spending our time the proper way and not wasting it. And if it is your actual will and it is your goals that you want to accomplish, make sure that you are spending your time and valuing it, and that you're also living in the moment when it comes to your life. And that also comes to spending time with loved ones, spending time with people you care about, because in this day and age that we have with Instagram, with social media, with all of the things trying to tell people to have this, false sense that they need to do so many things in the world, a lot of that gets lost because it's not what's truly important. We are human beings. We are mortal. We're not going to live forever. So we need to cherish the moments that we have and really value our time. And I've noticed that a lot of people who are very successful, they spend their time and they value it and they cherish it because it's a resource that we can never get back. So if you take anything away from this video, I hope that you really let that sit in, that valuing your time and cherishing it and spending it on the things that you truly care about is a hack to life. And understand, you have 4,000 weeks to live, so don't waste it. Spend it on the things that you care about, not for anybody else, not for fear of missing out, but for you. So I hope that you appreciated this content. If you did, and if it is your will, please give me a like, subscribe, and we'll keep it going. And this is the Carrot Juice Podcast. I'm the host, Montay Lee. You can expect to get life lessons, self-improvement, and productivity here on this channel. And until next time, peace.